Well, hi there. I'm Michael Hausum of the Hausum Group at Vista Pacific Realty, and this is the 2020 review and 2021 forecast. For the last couple of years, I do forecasts and then a review of last year's forecast. So let's do that this year. But I'm chuckling here thinking about it. As I reviewed last year's video, I realized that I did not anticipate that China would be releasing a virus on the earth that would cripple the economy globally. Here in Orange County, in the spring, we saw demand and supply of new listings absolutely crater. And then by summer, it absolutely turned around and we ended up having one of the hottest marketplaces on record. So let's take a look at what I thought was going to be going on and then what actually happened. The forecast was for between 7,000 and 7,250 houses on the market at the high point. The actual results were just over 5,000, which is a 16-year low. COVID kept a massive number of people on the sidelines who otherwise likely would have sold their homes. That resulted in a huge supply shortage. The forecast was for a 3 to 5% increase in sales compared to 2019. The actual results were a 3% increase. This was despite a massive drop in activity in March and April and May, and then a huge increase July through the end of the year. The forecast was for a strong luxury market, homes above $1.25 million of about 4,400 closed sales. The actual results were about 5,100, a 16% jump, the strongest luxury market in Orange County ever. The forecast was for no change in interest rates. Remember, 2019 itself had a 1% drop over the year before. The actual results, there was an additional 1% drop in rates. The interest rates that we had this year were literally the lowest on record, and that had a huge impact in the marketplace demand. People were climbing all over each other to take a look at interest rates in the mid-twos. The forecast was for a warm market for sellers. The actual results were a white-hot market for sellers. Low inventory and low rates pushed expected marketing time to historic lows. Never has there been a market this hot in Orange County. So the market was nuts this year. Multiple offers, houses selling for well above asking price, extremely happy sellers, extremely frustrated buyers, and a challenge of no new inventory on the marketplace. So let's take a look at what we think is going to happen for 2021, starting out with reviewing supply and demand numbers for the year and expecting what they're going to look like going forward. On the inventory side, look at where the green line ended up for the year on the listing quantity side. This year is going to start out with about 1/3 the inventory that happened last year. Expected marketing time will continue to be amazingly low. On this chart, look at where the green line ended up on the demand side, the number of escrows, a huge increase. Rates staying this low for now are going to continue to fuel this crazy demand. So here are some actual forecasts, and then of course, a year from now, we'll see how I did. Number one, it is going to be an extremely hot seller's market, 6 to 8% appreciation. That means as a buyer, if you lose out on a house right now, the next one that comes on the market is going to be more expensive. Number two, 5,000 to 5,500 peak inventory numbers. That'll be slightly more than we had last year at a peak, but it's still about 25% less than a 15-year average. There's going to be a struggle to find new houses. A 4 to 8% increase in overall sales, somewhere between 31 to 32,000 total sales. Number four, an interest rate rise of about 0.75%. What's going to happen here as the impact of COVID starts to subside and economic activity starts to tick up, you're going to see interest rates go up. So very interesting for buyers toward the end of the year. The house is going to cost them more, plus the monthly cost of that house is going to cost them more. And number five, a 5% increase in luxury sales, homes above $1.25 million to about 5,400 units. Once again, I expect to set a record for prices above $1.25 million, the number of sales. Now, this is a unique market, and I have systems and strategies to deal with this, both on the buy side and on the sell side. So if you'd like to talk to me further about that, you can call me 949-413-2371. You can also email me, michael@housemgroup.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, right up here in the corner of the video screen, there's been a little eye up there. If you click on that little eye, that'll take you to a site where we can set up an appointment, either in person or virtual, and we can talk there. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a great end of the year. Happy New Year, and I'll talk to you soon.
The forecast was for a 3 to 5% increase in sales compared to 2019. The actual results, there was an additional 1% drop in rates.